Welcome to the Double E Show. Bad strategy, horribly simulated. What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the Double E Show. It's Lamplight City. Welcome back to this alternate era history, steampunky. Welcome back to Lamplight City, everybody. Okay, so when we left off in the last episode, we had spoken to the kitchen help who was friends with our suspect's girlfriend, and we had spoken to our suspect's girlfriend's brother, both at the Dupree Manor. Mrs. Dupree, our intended victim, was in no position to talk. Of course, neither was the brother. But, all right, so let's go to the cemetery, where we might be able to get a hold of the medication that should enable the brother to talk. So, here we are.
St. Denis Cemetery. Best view in the city. It's just a shame none of the residents can enjoy it. I think I'm buried around here somewhere. Wonder how the old gravestone is doing these days.
Right? Okay. Police officer.
I don't know him. Must be a recent addition to the force. Well, at least he won't recognize you.
Right on.
Good day to you, officer.
Good day, sir. How may I be of assistance?
Sure is a nice day to be walking around the cemetery, wouldn't you agree?
I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Personally, the noise those bugs are making is starting to drive me crazy.
Would you mind letting me in the tomb, please?
Afraid I can't do that, sir. This tomb is currently part of a police investigation and ain't available for visits until further notice.
Right on.
But it's my dearly departed Aunt Hester's birthday today, and I always bring her flowers.
I'm sorry, sir, but I've got my orders. Come back in a few days. I can assure you, your aunt won't have gone anywhere.
Okay. Maybe I should have tried to fake him out, huh?
This just goes to show you can't take it with you, so you might as well spend it all on a giant tomb.
Right on. Okay. Got
Looks like
two
people
more.
have left markings and offerings in front of this tomb. You may think it's a silly superstition, but I wish you'd leave a bottle of Bollingworth at my grave every now and then.
Right. Okay.
Looks like people have... You may think...
All right. Nothing there.
Nice view of the river from up here. You can hardly even see the cloud of smog over the chum.
Right. Okay. Anything else? There's another tomb
Plaque
over.
says Harrison. Doesn't look very opulent, so I guess it doesn't belong to anyone important.
Okay. All right. Let's go over to the exit. All right. So if I couldn't get in there, I could go to where's the don't I have a journal? Oh no, it's up here. Okay, let's go to Casebook. All right, so premature inhumation. Okay, did Albert Martin really do what he is accused of? I don't believe so. Okay, question residents of Dupree Manor. Investigate the rented room at Forest Lane. Find a stimulant to bring Andrew out of his stupor. Investigate the Chesterton tomb. Return to Upton and accuse Albert Martin. Okay, so question. So let's go do the. So that's this, right? Clues. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Albert Martin so far. A torn letter. Okay. Gonna please find and close a copy of your new key. Okay. Yeah, so let's go do that. Let's go over here to Forest Lane.
Egad! Is this someone's room or a jungle?
Quite a fascinating array of plants in here, not to mention the machinery on the table.
Seems like Juliet is very interested in getting extra credit.
Right? There's all kinds of mold on the ceilings.
I wonder what sort of fertilizer or growth tonic these plants are getting. Whatever it is, it's definitely working.
Look at the bookcase.
That's quite the book collection. It almost puts Adelaide's to shame.
All impeccably cataloged and organized as well, which makes the 2 missing volumes stand out even more.
That's quite the book.
Okay.
Those are the most vibrant flowers we've seen in a while. I bet they smell extra strong.
Yes, they certainly do.
It's a good thing you're the one with the nose.
Okay. So, let's look
They
at
appear to
these.
be scientific scribblings. I can't make heads nor tails of them.
That makes 2 of us.
Okay.
They appear
That makes
All right.
that makes 2.
Okay. All right. So,
Well, now, this is interesting.
okay. Etheric effects. Larger, more vibrant flowers. Chlorophyll production seemingly triples. Root systems strengthen, increasing capacity to absorb nutrients. Conclusion, plants thrive from exposure to small etheric currents. Further experiments are needed to determine the long-term effects. The etheric effects fauna. Brain is dearly affected, inducing a trance-like state. Muscle control lost. Wings flap in predictable pattern. If animals with greater cognitive ability, including humans, are exposed to specific quantities of ethericity, they will go into a stupor, appearing unresponsive or dead. Extremely interesting.
just a bunch of technical nonsense. I can't understand a word of it. They're just doing what flies do best. Etheric pressure. What a bunch of nonsense.
Okay.
I have no idea nor desire to know what purpose that thing has.
Okay, we're going to push this button. And watch what happens to the flies. Look how they all kind of just mellow out.
Oh, would you look at that? Etheric. Oh, would you look at.
Right?
I have no idea.
Okay. Give them another dose. And they're back to normal.
They're just doing what flies do best.
Okay. So let's do this one more time. Get them back to that state where they just kind of huddled together. Okay. Got it.
Oh, would you look at that?
Yep. Okay.
Well, now, this is interesting.
So I already read these. Yep. Okay.
Just a bunch.
Okay. So.
They appear to be.
That makes 2 of us.
All right. So.
That's quite.
All right. So. Back to Casebook. All right. Okay. So we're back to here. Got it. So.
This plant makes Miles Jr. look like a single blade of grass.
Okay.
Those are the most.
Yes,
It's a good thing you're the one with.
Yeah. All right. So back out of here. Wait a minute. Hold. Back in for a second. I didn't think to look underneath the desk. Crates.
I'm guessing they're probably full of more scientific equipment or plant-related stuff.
Okay. Okay. All right, so back out. So, if there's that, let's go back to the cemetery again.
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I ain't got time for idle chat, sir. Please, move along.
Oh, so I can't even...
If only that police officer wasn't guarding the tomb, you could go in there and raid it to your heart's content.
Right?
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I... Please.
If only that police...
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like people... You may think...
All right. So, looking at what we know, I have to find the stimulant to bring Andrew out of his stupor. Investigate the Chesterton tomb, which I cannot. All right. So let's close. So, where else? Could go back home. Let's see whether Constance can be of any help.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
I seem to have hit a roadblock. There's an officer posted at Dupre's family tomb, and he won't let me in.
Makes sense. Who's the officer?
I've never seen him before. He's young, has a small scar over his left eye, and a distinct Dixie accent.
Ah, yes, that would be Officer Grant. He's only been with the department for about 2 months. I don't know a lot about him, but he's already got the reputation for being the type of policeman who'd go out of his way to help old ladies cross the street. Typical Southern gentleman, it seems. Perhaps you can use that to your advantage?
All right.
Madame Dupre's son isn't being very helpful.
Is he refusing to talk?
More like incapable. The family doctor has him pretty well drugged to the gills. I need to find some way to perk him up.
Well, you know, we are in a coffee house.
I have a feeling it will take something a touch more powerful than coffee.
Okay. And then lastly...
What do you know about Madame Dupre?
Only what I've read about her in the paper. She's been married thrice, which I can empathize with, and she's extremely rich, which I can't.
What makes you think this Martin fellow is innocent?
The fact that the only evidence is the word of Dupre's son. I've seen this sort of thing thousands of times, and I'm sure you did too. They're just looking for a scapegoat. You're the only person I know who can put it right.
Upton's intentions are noble, but she has to realize this is just a drop in the ocean.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
All right.
That's it, I think.
then you'd better get back to it.
Okay. So...
She's running back and forth at lightning speed. Clearly, she dips into the coffee supply. All that metal and tubing just to serve a hot cup of coffee? Not in much of a hurry to clean up in here, are they?
Right. Just saw something that said barrels. There we go.
The specialty house brews. These are definitely not coffee. Give me an old-fashioned tea kettle any day. A young woman holding a guitar. Completely the wrong way, I might add. Self-Portrait as a Desperate Man by B. Calvert. A bit like looking in the mirror, isn't it, Miles? Best avoid that one. He looks like he might tip over at any moment. Reminds me of when I was alive. Ah, good times. Dr. W.S. Sales Wonder Tonic. The best and safest medicine for both gentlemen and ladies. Prevents consumption, general weakness, feverishness, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, loss of appetite, flatulence, and head pain. They should also mention that it prevents breathing, heartbeats, and being alive. Dr. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. Absolutely guaranteed to restore vitality, youth, and vigor or your money back. For use by men only. These things seem to have had a spike in popularity recently.
Okay.
Green's Sulfur Soap. Beautifies the Talk about false advertising. I couldn't get a date for a week after using that stuff. P.D. Preston's patented papier-mâché perambucat. Handsomely upholstered in silk, satin, or velvet, and hand-painted in the most artistic manner, as shown in engraving. I suppose if you and Adelaide ever finally decide to have children, something like this will come in handy. Simon Banks, professional chimney sweep. Services start at 2 coppers per hour. Inquire at 305 Merrick Lane. I'm sure he's a lovable urchin, but thankfully, your chimney is clean.
Yeah, but he might be able to get us inside.
Professor Xander Colt Pitt III's emulsified soporific, available at all discerning pharmacies. I really don't know why you think taking that rat piss every night is a good idea, Fordham.
Right? Okay, let's,
Nice seaside landscape. Definitely a stark contrast to the ambiance in here.
Okay. Head out. So, the only thing we can do is try to distract him. Bow Street Jail. Okay. University. So, does he have time to talk yet?
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I ain't got time for idle chat, sir. Please, move along.
No, he does not. Okay.
Looks like people have... You may think...
Alright. Okay, let's go back to the university. Talk to the girlfriend, Dupre's daughter. Ask her about what was in that room.
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Do you know anything about ethericity, Miss Montgomery?
You surprised me, Mr. Fordham. I had no idea someone of your profession would know or care about something like that.
I've found that it pays to be open-minded.
To answer your question, yes, I am familiar with the theory of ethericity. In fact, it's recently become a focus of my studies. Despite what the newspapers have been reporting, it's already possible to access it in small quantities from the air around us.
Have you conducted any experiments?
No, my research has been purely theoretical. I don't have the means to do anything practical, I'm afraid.
That is a
Deceiver,
lie.
dissembler, her trousers are alight. I can't understand why Juliet might not want to make her research public, though.
By the way, that means liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay.
Miss Montgomery, please don't lie to me. I know you've been conducting experiments with ethericity. I've seen the room you're renting on Forest Lane.
What? But how?
I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't find things out, Miss Montgomery. Now please, drop the act and tell me about your experiments.
Fine. I've been researching etheric effects on living organisms. I'm planning on presenting my discoveries to the board once I make more progress. So far, I've managed to discover that plant growth is accelerated significantly. It's given me quite the advantage in class.
But isn't that cheating?
You have no idea how difficult it's been for me to be taken seriously, Mr. Fordham. No matter how hard I tried, my work wasn't valued on its own merits by my peers or professors. I fought hard to get where I am. I wasn't about to lose all that just because some pig-headed idiots didn't think my best was good enough.
That sounds awfully familiar.
What about your notes on the effects of ethericity on animals?
Oh, those aren't complete. I haven't tested the effects on anything larger than flies. Those experiments were mainly to satisfy my curiosity, but they have little to do with my actual research.
Curiosity? Seems like a lot of effort to go to just to answer a question. But then, I never really understood these scientific types.
What can you tell me about your brother?
Andrew, Mama's precious little boy. If you've met him, you pretty much know all you need to. He's had the whole world handed to him on a silver platter. But he's in for a rude awakening someday. Mother can only provide for him for so long.
No more questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Okay. So we have to take a more forceful approach when we're doing certain things. A little bit of trickery, little this, little of that. Okay, so that one's gone from view. So let's go back to the house.
Honey, I'm home. You know, I've always wanted to say that.
Seeing you come home always puts a smile on my face. So what's this big case Upton's got you on? Another missing pet?
If only. A Gascon Grand Dame was attacked and almost interred alive.
You mean Madame Dupre? The one whose obituary was in the paper?
The very same.
Goodness, that does sound serious. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help. I know you haven't been feeling your best lately.
You're always a help to me, Addie. Though I assure you I have this well in hand.
I certainly hope so.
Right on. Okay, so, let's see, we got model ships, ferrotype, what is that?
Adelaide's father certainly had an amazing life. Imagine being the personal barber to the Prime Minister and his family. The gossip and secrets he must have heard.
Right?
Ah, the Havisham case. Our first time out as partners. First in a long line of successful cases. It's nice to have a memory of the good old days.
Right on. What's a truncheon? Isn't that like a club?
I'd love to see the look on Snelling's face if he ever found out you kept your old truncheon.
Right on.
Bollingworth Ale. My favorite! And a nice souvenir from the Angel. You really ought to go back there someday.
Right?
It's been so long since you used that desk. Did you even notice when Adelaide got rid of the chair?
Right? Okay. Well,
Your book collection has always astonished me. Heaven help you if you ever decide to move.
okay.
Your book collection...
Right on. Okay.
Remember how much time Adelaide had to spend convincing you to sit for this? At least these days, with ferrotype tech advancing the way it is, these portraits can be done in just a matter of minutes.
Right on.
How are your parents doing these days? It's been ages since you wrote them.
Okay. And newspaper. So let's see if there's anything else in the newspaper. So this Tuesday marks the 3-month anniversary of the tragic crash of the HMS. Rumors of sabotage. Despite this, rumors of sabotage. Okay. Gascon Gandam dies. That's Madame Dupre. She was 44. Okay. Ethericity. It's real and it's coming, so scientists. The existence of ethericity, a substance said to possess both energetic and restorative properties, was first put forth 2 years ago by Dr. Bennett Clark. His presentation at the annual Vespuccia Science Conference at the University of New Bretagne was extremely divisive. Dr. Clark claims the ethericity exists in small amounts on Earth, but is mainly located in the celestial region, commonly referred to as the ether. Imagine electricity, but hundreds of times more powerful. In addition to powering our lights and machines, it can also significantly reduce the effects of aging and heal the sick. The sky will no longer be the limit, he described. Dr. Clark has yet to secure significant funding for his experiments. Well, hey, I wasn't done reading that. For his experiments, where is it? As his harshest critics have dismissed him as crackpot. However, there are those who believe that. Page 9. And second bizarre murder baffles police. Right on. Okay. 1844. Let's go through the doorway. We're in the bedroom.
Don't worry, Miles. I don't watch when you and Adelaide are having your private time.
It would be nice if you didn't spend the whole time humming.
I thought you appreciated some romantic music.
Meh. Okay. Pressed flowers, painting of Adelaide, the gyroscope.
That's a fun little apparatus Adelaide got you. Very soothing.
Watching it spin long enough puts me right to sleep.
I'd say that's really more the soporifics doing.
Right on. Okay. Wardrobe.
Wouldn't you say it's time for a change of clothes, Miles? You've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
So? Addie gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Right. Brooding detective in a long black coat. That's never been seen before.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Never mind.
Okay, so
Wouldn't you?
So,
Right.
what are you talking?
never. Okay, so no change of the clothes, right? Okay.
Adelaide's last performance. She could really bring the house down.
Right on. Okay, so
It's admirable just how organized Adelaide is. Maybe someday the same can be said about you.
okay. Yep, we're going to call an episode there. When we come back in the next episode, we are going to have to try to figure out a way to distract the guard at the cemetery. We are also, because I believe that's where we're going to find the drug that's going to make the sun more coherent. But I'm unsure of that. But we'll try it next week. So, if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below because I will read them. And with that, I will catch you next Monday for another episode of Lamplight City. Peace. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, check out the playlist above, or watch what YouTube tells you to on the right. Oh yeah, and subscribe.